What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Just Parenthings. Today we have two special guests, which is me and Qiu Qiu.
Hi.
And today we are going to discuss everything they have experienced in starting a family and getting their first home. Who has a very interesting story today is Esther. Esther got her first home at what age?
23 actually.
23.
Wow.
She got her first home at 23, but she got her first child at 19.
Yeah.
Right? Let's start with what was your experience back then of having a child but not having a home yet?
Wow. Okay, so right, I only got my home at 23 because the legal age to own a house is 21, right? Yeah. So we couldn't apply anything before that.
Oh my god, that crossed my mind. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so then actually we also considered renting those public housing kind because like no money. And then we were, I think a family of 3 and then shortly after a family of 4 and we were all squeezed into one room in my parents' room. So we wanted a space of our own. But we couldn't get because again, we were not 21 yet. So we were all crammed into one house for the longest time. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4 years. Okay, the good thing about living with your parents or in-laws is that you can save a lot of money. Like with like bills and all, you don't really have to pay. But it's just the privacy of having your own space, right? I think you can relate, right? And having your own home to nurture your kids, But expensive lah.
What was the... So, okay, at 19, do you have any CPF?
A little bit. Okay, so I always...
Not bad, 19 years old, a bit of CPF fees.
Like, very little lah, but I always thought that it was super affordable, super unaffordable to own a house because you look at like the prices, right? 300,000, 19, 21 years old, how to afford 300,000 4-room flat. Then I realized, actually it's very doable. Like, cause we had the government grant and only I was working then, so our grant was max, like 50k down payment. We don't even have to fork out any cash because like they put the grant into your CPF and then after that they deduct directly from your CPF. So we literally 10% down payment, didn't have to fork out anything. Yeah. Then subsequently after that we started working and then the monthly repayments were all CPF. And we had like a surplus also. Like our CPF was more than enough.
Was growing.
Yeah, like the monthly contribution, maybe only half went to the housing.
House.
Yeah.
50k a lot, no? I have no experience in getting a house.
Now it's more. Now the grant is even more.
80k I think now.
Did 50k move the needle for you? Of course, at 19.
Of course, because we where got money to down pay 10% of 300,000.
Yeah.
So that helped. So we didn't have to come out any money.
How long did you wait for your BTO?
We applied at 21, got at 23, so about 2.5, 3 years.
That's okay lah, but that's long ago.
Yeah, but that's pre-COVID, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like, okay, I have no experience in this, right? But if I were to assume, if I do have a child and I have no money to buy a house and I'm living with my parents, apart from the privacy that I am losing, I'll actually be quite okay.
I would be quite thankful lah, like got like adults to help me take care of the kids.
I think that is if you live with your parents, but if you have to live with your in-laws who have a different set, like upbringing, different rules, and you have to adhere to everything, that might be a different case. I would be happy living with my parents because they are used to me, I'm used to them.
You know, I always tell my friends who have like in-laws or parents to help them look after their kids in the same household. I always like, wow, very 羡慕 y'all, like very like envy y'all. But now I hear like this
pros and cons. It's always pros and cons.
I think a bit of distance is good.
I think the ideal situation, right, is your parents live nearby.
Yes.
Nearby, and then like when you need, and then they're free, you can like park the kids there. Then just nice. There's distance, but yet proximity. I think that's the best scenario.
Like when you need them anytime.
That's my current situation.
They're there, but then you are still in your own enclosed personal space.
I tried to apply for the government rental house. You know those where you pay 100 of you, depending on your income, then they charge you the rental fee. I tried to apply for that, also cannot. I went to see MP, also cannot. But I think it would have been really useful lah. Two room flat, or is it one room? Like it's just literally one bedroom and one hall. I also didn't mind. Yeah, but I couldn't get. But with good reason lah. It's because
it's a good reason because when you're 19, I'm sure the general consensus is you are not mature enough, to make all these decisions on housing and living on yourself. You still need parents until you are 21. I think it's a good age.
Yeah, and we would have come up with more money also. And we had our parents to live with, so a lot of the public rental housing it goes to people who really need it more, like who don't have parents to stay with.
And the thing is, when you're a kid or not fully 21 yet, even for me, when I got my first home, a lot of kids don't think long term. They think, I can afford the down payment, sure.
Yeah.
They don't think, I need to pay the monthly, like the loan and all.
Bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we actually, on hindsight, we actually saved quite a bit of money, like not getting a house so early.
So when you BTO, you have a lot of options, or do you just go with the one that will give you the fastest house?
I didn't have a lot of options because.
Alright, okay, what were your options then?
Or is it like price sensitive?
You wanted to be near parents or in-law, right?
I wanted to be near parents, but then that time don't have BTOs in like the areas that I wanted. Yeah, so I guess it was the nearest I could get to my parents, the quickest. Yeah, and of course I didn't go look at 5-room lah, 4-room flat only.
Then how about schools?
So my estate was new, right? They didn't really have a childcare there yet. Yeah, so it was only after 6 months after we've moved in, then we managed to get a placement for my youngest for the childcare right below our house.
So were you worried about having enough money to send your kids to school?
All along, I never had to fork out cash for my kids' school fees.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
This is a hack. Why? Wait.
Because
why?
there's the CDA baby bonus, right? Back then with Kylie, it was 6K. Now it's 8K, I think, for the first and second child. And then third and fourth is 10 or 12K.
Just now I see like 11K also have.
Yeah.
11K now.
I don't know.
Wait, so CDA for long is what?
Okay, so that's the baby bonus cash. And then CDA account is when you put in $1 into that account,
Then they
government
put in-
matches $1
They match
up to
lah.
a certain amount. So
Was it 3K or 6K? The maximum amount.
6K back in
6K.
Kylie's time, but I think now it's a lot higher already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, so when you gave birth to Kylie, you have baby bonus of $6,000.
yes.
That's a lot.
It's not a lot.
It's not?
It's not.
Okay.
It's
But
gone
it's
like
very
that.
helpful.
It's gone like that.
But it's very helpful money, like my first and second, third child lah.
Yeah, it's very
It was gone. Ours is gone damn fast. Whatever the government match, we already put in max already, but it's almost gone, all gone already.
Is it because of school fees? Yeah. I know, but it's still very helpful money.
But I think it depends on the school you choose also. Because I only went for like government school.
Yeah. So you could slowly, the 6K
Correct, which
can
is a
slowly
lot
pay.
more affordable. The only thing was infant care was expensive, but after that, like school fees after all the subsidies, working mother subsidy and all, was like 380 per month.
Baby bonus money is really very helpful, especially like that time I first time mom, second time mom that time, right? Like, got some issues with financial cash flow. And then when this money comes in, right, you really feel
So
like,
thankful.
oh, thank you so much. Can pay school fees, can, bring for see doctor, all these, all can use that money.
You see, right, you think it's a lot because you haven't gone into how much it actually costs to have a child yet. So in the grand scheme of things, the amount is not a lot. It is a good bonus, but you need to fork out a lot more one. So it is like something to cushion it only. Yeah. But you know what's my favorite thing about having children? It is the subsidy from the income tax, the working mother-child relief.
I just want to say I have never paid it. I have never needed to pay
Because
income
of the
tax.
child relief.
Yes, because I have 3 kids, right? Then every time deduct.
Yeah, save a
Which
lot.
is a lot.
So you only need to pay probably like 50 when you're 50 years old or 60
So
years
for the first child, they minus away 15%. 15% of your income. So you are not taxed for 15%. Then the second child is 15 for the first child, second child is 20 and it's stackable. Then 35%. So I have 2 kids. So 35% of my income I need to pay.
So I feel what I got from this conversation, or rather from your experience, is actually having a child is very affordable if you go for the affordable options lah. No, the initial part so I've not, because I feel like that is what is stopping a lot of Singaporeans from actually having a kid.
I think it's making wise choices lah, like making informed choices.
Yeah. So like actually going for the most affordable ones, it's actually okay lah. The experience is okay.
Yeah, I think it's very okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then preschool also, you said yours is subsidized by a lot.
Yeah. Like it's gonna be lowered.
For my son, right, because he's slow in talking, he has a speech delay. So we sent him to a therapist, and then now he's enrolled in this EIPIC program, EIPIC. It's early intervention program. I can't remember the last two, but it's also heavily subsidized by the government, even though we are in private. Yeah, it's like, because if I'm not wrong, it's around like 200, 250 an hour, but I'm paying a much lower rate because of the subsidy. Yeah, so if your kid has special needs, right, you go and get it checked out, because early intervention is always better. Yeah, and they make it very affordable, and it's just like playing. It's like he interacts with other kids, he's playing, you know, he's like doing his. It's just a more program that's more designed to help him in the areas that he's weak at.
Can I just share something? Like when I have 3 kids in preschool, right, and it's private school, right, you know it's 很贵.
Yeah.
So, but actually everybody think, oh, private school confirm very expensive, right? But actually when I have 3 kids in preschool, my last child, I was paying 400 plus only.
It's very okay. How
Yeah.
come?
Because 3 kids then it's subsidized.
But you need to do-re-mi, that's the thing.
Correct.
They all 3... No, because
What do you mean do-re-mi?
let's say you have 3 kids, right, and they are 6 years apart, these two. When the first one is in primary school, the last one got no sibling discount from this one already. They all still need to enjoy the most. So you need to do-re-mi, that means like year 1, year 2, year 3, you know.
Because they are all like one and a half apart like that.
Within 5.5 years, the ideal scenario is all your kids are within 5.5 years. So they are in a preschool at the same time, so you enjoy the most discount.
Yeah, so actually, having a child in Singapore is actually okay, because if you go for the most affordable option, you have got baby bonus, you got so many grants.
You're waiting for BTO, there's still this thing called PPHS, Provisional Parenthood Housing Scheme, where the government gives you like 1 year of like credits to offset your rent while waiting for your BTO.
Okay, I have 4th one already.
Oh, no.
Oh, Qiu Qiu,
Go Qiu Qiu.
What's the
thank you,
fourth?
I'm done.
What's the fourth? Wait, so the fourth one will be 11,000.
No.
16.
Now CDA first child is first and second child is 11,000 already.
Oh, okay, then third and fourth?
My time was 6,000. Third and fourth, how much? I don't know. But basically, my time it was
13,000.
You go KKH.
I buy 40.
You go KKH. You go KKH.
go
Then you take the 13K.
Yeah, I don't take epidural this time. I try.
Yeah, so you instead you earn 10K, yeah.
Yeah. It's immediate windfall. Woo! Okay, but then again, they don't give you one lump sum lah.
Yeah.
It's better like that.
Yeah,
It's still so you don't spend it all at once.
Yeah.
So the government like really thinks about it. If they
I
give
mean,
you
they will
one
need to
shot,
take time to generate that kind of income.
no,
Imagine.
I don't think it's them taking time to generate. I think it's more like giving you in batches so that you use it in like different tranches
And you
instead
will
of
use
one
it
shot.
wisely, you know.
Yeah.
Because if you give me one lump sum and then me being like, my baby's so cute, I want to buy everything. Then I use all the money and buy everything.
You feel like you got a lot of money, very rich.
But you, Qiu Qiu, you got married like 13 years ago.
Yeah, 12, 13 years ago.
Was it as affordable as this?
So actually we got house first, then married, then after that have kids lah.
So you went for
Punggol
the-
also.
The usual method, like the traditional.
Yeah, the Singaporean
had
dream.
Planning, more planning.
When I have kid, I was 27. God, we tried for quite long. Yeah. So I wouldn't say, okay, it's definitely more affordable back then, but because we were first time parents, right, then really don't have like very good planning. And then I'm not like very wise like Esther, you know,
Wise lah,
well, everything
no choice.
safe, then don't go epidural, that kind. So really it was a lot of cash flow going out. But I'm very thankful because why I say the money very good, right? It's because that time because really no planning, right? And then for the work that I do, social media work, right? The money doesn't come in like stable one.
Correct.
Sometimes you get paid, then this month you don't get
Then
paid.
some months very poor, then some months you got money. So you need to have a lot of discipline yourself.
Correct. So when I gave birth that time, right, this CDA, cash top up, all this, right, wow, it's really like every time I see got top up, I'm like, thank you God. But actually it's thank you government.
And what about your home?
Home.
Yeah, so did you get BTO or did you get resale?
It was resale because we very kanchong that time. Like
Impatient.
something happened.
Impatient.
Yeah, some people is impatient lah.
People
don't
don't
want
wait 3 years, ma.
Yeah,
So that's why I
we
say
got-
kids, right, don't have long-term planning.
Yeah, young, don't know. But that time it's really got something happen and we really have to shift out. And my husband was already looking for a place that time. So okay, it's just let's go lah, just resale lah.
Yeah.
So we got that place, really swipe out everything. Yeah. Then when we shifted in that time, right, it was like we don't have a bed, cannot afford yet ma. Must wait for next check.
Oh,
Really, no bed, no fridge, no washing machine. So like the clothing I'll bring back to my parents' place and wash, or we will go laundromat and wash. And then the next check come, then okay, we buy bed. Next check come, then got bed already, I'll buy mattress. Buy mattress first.
Why you never ask for sponsor? I will gladly sponsor you.
Yeah.
No, that time I also like, not say like career pick.
Sorry, at 25, where was budget Barbie? Like, was it?
Haven't happened yet.
Oh, haven't happened yet. Okay.
That answer your question.
Yeah.
Technically, the PPHS would have been damn good for you.
It would have been.
Then you
Then we
don't
would
have to struggle.
You
to
did
own
budget
a house.
Barbie, then Meredith came along.
Yeah, lor.
Oh,
But
you're talking
when
about the
she got
house
her
before the
house.
kid. I see.
So if actually that time, right, if got the PPHS thing now, wow, it would have really saved
Then
make our
you
life a
could
That
lot
time you
easier.
were still in your kawaii face lah, right?
Oh, yes,
Blue
the
hair.
gyaru, yeah.
Yeah, the gyaru
Eyelashes
makeup.
must like langsai
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Then you could have waited for BTO, so they're not so chore.
Correct.
Might be a personal story. But it was really very urgent that you had to move out.
Yeah.
Because she got a lot of siblings also.
No. Like I was staying with my that time was boyfriend. So like boyfriend's parents.
Okay.
Yeah. Then like really quite
You,
urgent.
you just want your own space lah. I
sure.
understand. New couples are like that.
yeah.
They very want their own space lah.
So now in retrospect, do you regret, or in hindsight, do you regret that
Yes,
decision?
we really until now we never buy BTO before. Yeah, but like now, like if like that time, if we had something like the PPHS or
you would have gone for that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because what she needed was just a space of her own.
Yeah.
Not like a house.
Temporarily while we
She
find
can
her-
even moldy house already.
Yeah,
moldy
while she
floor.
wait for her BTO.
Yeah.
Better condition.
So then how did you recover from that to having your first child?
Okay, so
Her
after that,
KOL work.
career pickup lah. Then after that, I could manage to actually at that point, right, even when the career picked up, right, just like I wasn't mature yet, I feel lah. So really never have much savings. All the savings go buy like nice clothing, cheap clothing lah, but just buying
She buy a lot
clothing.
of 3 for $5, 3 for $10.
Yeah.
It's cheap, but she has a lot of those.
Yeah.
So up to
Yeah.
$100.
Yeah.
Correct. Then after that, we finally managed to have some savings that time. Then get kid one, but still, I underestimated how much a parent would need to save up before having kid. But then that's why I'm extra super thankful for the CDA cash top up. Yeah, we couldn't like really, some parents they would just match right from the start,
Yeah.
they top up
Yeah.
full.
Yeah.
We couldn't do that. It was like gradually, Yeah. Okay, I just share with y'all lah. Okay, like at one point when I was really quite tight already, like maybe really left like 1,000 plus cash only. To me, that's very scary because I have a kid. If it's like me back then, no kid,
Yeah.
1,000 plus can spend very long,
Yeah.
right? But then at that point, I was like, okay, left with 1,000 plus cash. Then after that, I see like we need to go vaccination for the kid. You know, every vaccination is like 百多块. But I know,
I got another hack. Polyclinic vaccinations are free.
but
a
you
lot of them are covered. Not
Yeah,
every
yeah.
single one, but yeah.
Most of the
A
vaccinations
lot
are
of them are
free.
covered.
but first time mom, then you everything very kanchong. You want to like chit chat with the PD, talk about your kid.
These are so expensive.
So expensive,
I love
right?
polyclinic. Me and Brett always go polyclinic. We almost never go to PDs anymore because the queue is also very long. It's the same.
We will
Yeah.
wait 3 hours just to
And
see
then
this
the
PD.
polyclinic, you can still use CDA and pay.
Yeah.
If you remember,
and now
but you must remember bring your
polyclinic, you
card.
don't even really need to queue because you can get
Book online.
correct EQ number appointment.
Yeah, things are like so much better now. So like last time maybe you asked me, I'll tell you, I'm very expensive. I think about it. Now I'm like, it's not about the expensive part, it's about what choices are you ready to make. Yeah.
And what sacrifices you want to make to get
Correct.
this for your kid.
Correct. It's
So
just about finding out the best information.
Nowadays, a lot of young people, they like to rent. Do you advise against or?
Coming from someone who has rented myself before, and then I have also purchased my house before, and also bought a house with my husband for my family before. In hindsight, with the beauty of hindsight, I would definitely say renting. You get a house now, you have everything you want at the location you want, but I spent so much money that could have gone towards my house, paying someone else's mortgage, paying off someone else's loan. Okay, and then when I bought the unit myself, I only thought about myself because I had no planning, and I got a very tiny unit that if it was a one-bedder. Okay, so basically if I had squeezed or had more foresight, maybe used the same amount and bought somewhere further away because it was a very central location that I wanted. If I bought somewhere further away, maybe Brad and I could have moved there, Yeah, and now that finally, I have, wisened up, and then with the kids and all, when we bought our matrimonial home, our family home, we definitely want space. So definitely, if you have the means and the privilege to do so, definitely go for space and don't rent.
So if you were married, right, would you prioritize having a kid first or a house first?
My answer for kids is always, it's up to the woman. So the priority of having a child is not as urgent for me. So if let's say the woman my wife say I want to get a child, then I'm like, okay lah. But if I can choose home, I will prioritize getting a home first. Very cliche, but we say find your forever home thing, right? And I will buy a home first, make sure like the base is settled first, and then the child can wait. And anyway, getting a home these days is like, or rather building a home these days is not very long lah. 1 year you can get everything settled already, and then the next year you discuss, okay, this is the year we're gonna have a child.
Yeah, conducive environment.
Correct. Then
to
everyone's
raise
mental
kids.
health, is at the not suffering. Then you can bring up a child in that environment better.
Yeah, and the home will settle a lot of things like I mean, the preschools that is nearby and everything. You see, like once I settled that, I'm like, having a child is really very convenient. I don't have to.
You paved the road already.
Yeah, it's like, send there. And I'm not very particular on which school if I do have a kid, apart from secondary school, the rest I'm not very particular.
It just has to be like near your house lah.
So today we discussed a lot of things, but I think for the viewers, what's important is, or rather what we want you to take away is a few things. Number one is PPHS, which is Parenthood
Provisional Housing Scheme.
Housing Scheme. Yes. Now, this allows couples who are waiting for a BTO to rent a government home for a very affordable price. If let's say you're like Esther, who had a kid before the house.
Or Qiu Qiu, who lived in a MOD.
This will help you a lot. So please go and read up, Google about it, because I personally think it will benefit you a lot lah. Secondly, what we would like you guys to read about is the reduced fee caps for preschool.
And also for families with kids with special needs, there will also be more support coming your way. So read up on that as well.
Yes. And with that, we would like to thank Qiu Qiu for joining us. We would like to thank Qiu Qiu for joining us and sharing your story, which is a very interesting story, by the way. Thank you. And yes, please, we will leave all the details in the description box below for you guys to read up. If you guys have anything you'd like us to talk about, let us know in the comment section below. If not, we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.